what Bernie had to say about the borders, or you want to get to that from Fox News last night?
I can't wait.
Oh, boy.
If you had to, would you close down the borders?
No.
No.
Of course.
I mean, what you don't want to do right now, we have a president who has propagated xenophobic anti-immigrant sentiment from before he was elected. What we need to do is have the scientists take a hard look at what we need to do. There are communities where the virus is spreading. What does that mean? It may mean self-quarantining. It may be not having public assemblies. But let's not go back to the same old thing. Isn't it interesting that a president who has been demagoguing and demonizing immigrants, the first thing that he could think about is closing down the border? So we need scientists to tell us the appropriate approach.
That's not the first. Okay, first of all, that's not the first thing he thought of. Is closing down the border. That's not the first thing he went to. But it's a prudent step if others are coming into the country and we don't know whether they've been infected or not. I think it might be a prudent step to go ahead and stop the flow into the country for a while. That's not xenophobic. That's disease phobic. We just don't want the disease to explode here. That guy is unbelievable. But of course he's not going to protect the border. Of course. He doesn't care. But they're saying, stay out of crowds and don't travel if you don't have to. Older Americans, especially those with underlying health conditions, should stockpile supplies, which people are doing, especially toilet paper, as we talked about yesterday, and avoid unnecessary travel, according to the CDC. Most Americans are likely at risk of catching the virus. Older Americans are especially susceptible to serious outcomes. As the trajectory of the outbreak continues, many people in the U.S. will at some point in time this year or next, be exposed to this virus, and there's a good chance many will become sick. The reason to stock up now is to kind of stick close to home.
Well, goody.
Yeah, but soon, I really believe soon we're going to have we're going to fix this? Yeah. I mean, we're going to have a cure. We're going to have a vaccine eventually. Yeah. And I think sooner rather than later.
Well, we're up to 755. Oh, hey, Karen. 755.
Wait, 755 in the U.S.?
In the U.S.
It was just in the 500s yesterday.
22 deaths in Washington State, 2 in California, 2 in Florida. So 26 deaths total out of 755. Wow. The recovery, we have 8 that have fully recovered around the nation out of those